the good moves. And of course, because of all the work we've done over the years, Love Like a Movie, Kim Kardashian, Kelly Rowland, Ciara, when you reach out to a Cardi B, they'll be like, okay, what have you done before? Without them having to ask you, they just go check out what you've done. And then they ask one or two people where go say so they don't ask those people,
I'm telling you.
and next thing you get a call or you make an inquiry and you get feedback. You're like, oh yeah, we know of you guys. You'll be like, how did you know of us? But your work speaks for you.
Anyways, later now you finish interview, you now leave. People will be like, Daddy comes to you. Let Darey call, you go like that.
You just come,
go like that. Have that in mind, though. So you not come and go like that. But let's get into the conversation today. We decided to theme this because this is Nigeria info. We like to talk about the things that matter, and we decided to theme this connecting the dots in the creative business space.
Right.
The reason I find you quite qualified, or more than qualified, to speak about this because you have been a key player. I mean, you were a musical artist. You make music, and also I described you as a creative force. So what do you call yourself, by the way?
I'm a creative engine. Yeah.
Creative
So you're
engine.
not far off. Force and engine are the same. There's no force without an engine.
And there's no engine with no force. There's no engine with engine with no get force. That one
mutually exclusive. You see, if you don't get engine, no force to move the car. No force power.
Anyway. So let me start by asking you. How developed do you perceive the Nigerian music industry has become?
How developed?
Yeah.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
I think that, of course, there's a lot of room, for development. We can't say that we're fully there yet, but slightly above average pass mark, around that 5 or 6, would be my score, my evaluation of where we are. There's a lot that can still be done, especially on a fundamental level, So once we are able to address those, and then you see how it will catapult our growth even further.
Fantastic. I mean, you have been at the forefront of, planning diverse, disruptive concerts, if I have to say, in Nigeria's entertainment sector. Really, what would you say is your drive? Because people go into different things for different reasons.
Different reasons.
It would be good to know what your drive is.
100%. I mean, what we do is even beyond just creating concerts or experiences, as per Live Sports, where I'm chief creative director. It's everything from advertising, experiential marketing, production, entertainment, digital tech, So the fact that we do those experiences is just one of those many things. And if we take those concerts or festival experiences, for example, what motivates, just like from the beginning, is that hunger and desire to make a difference, It's that hunger and desire to make a difference.
That's
up
right.
the ante, raise the bar, and even when you've raised the bar, you look at the bar you raised before and you try and improve on it. That's what keeps us going.
Are you happy with what's happening in the industry right now? So now let's break it one after the other. Let's start with music, right?
Specific.
Music. Let's be specific, like the music industry.
Yep.
Now, let me just do a little background so that we get it. Now,
For context,
we do have an industry that is perceived as thriving or doing well. But if you look at it in the real sense of it, compare the figures and compare, how it relates to the livelihood of the creatives themselves, the bottom line.
Yeah.
Would you still say that
We're struggling.
Aha.
We're struggling. The hype is...
So we're struggling means we're upcoming.
That's why I said there's room for improvement. We're still coming up. We have to look at ourselves as a young industry. We have to see ourselves as babies, because if we don't, we feel the complacency will enter. And I think it's already beginning to enter, because you see artists who are really lazy at their craft. They don't put any effort into it.
Yeah.
You notice that this lockdown, right, has given a lot of artists a lot of time.
That's right.
So before they could just enter studio, do the song sharp by the next day. The song done the radio, That some things you don't rush. Your writing process, your recording process, sometimes your take that you've put on the radio could have been better, it could have been mixed better, so with a lot of more time now on artists' hands and creatives, they're able to churn out better material. You're going to see it over the next few weeks and months and all that. You'll be like, oh boy, our music don't change, or things are getting better,
Right.
These are some of the determining factors, and yeah, it's just the effort that's put in, that can be a lot better. The attention to detail, and like I said, the hype outweighs, the basics, the things that we still have room for improvement on.
Well, guys, Darey is right here. If you do have a question, don't wait when he leaves, start troubling me. You can call or send a text message or WhatsApp message. The number to call is 0700 993 993 993. And if you'd like to also call us live, send a WhatsApp, it's 0809 597 5805. Darey, man, I'm really particular about, before we leave the music to other things,
Yeah.
I'm really particular about the fact that there's a lot of talk about Afrobeats with an S, of course, the sounds of Afrobeats. And everyone is seeming to jump to what the sound is like from the Nigerian space and all that.
Yeah.
But what exactly do you think that this group of sounds called Afrobeats is selling? What's indigenous about that Afrobeat concept, the sounds that we have? Is this something we can hold on to and say, okay, for example, juju music is juju music, if you're playing juju music, you know what, Akbala is Akbala.
Yeah.
Let me even go to South Africa. They have different genres of music. I mean, this guy's a black lady blacksmith Mambazo. They've won the Grammys like 5 times now. All they do is homeless. It's not all they do. I'm not trying to play that down, but at least stuff like that. I mean, but we don't seem to have some of our indigenous genres at the limelight. But now we have something Afrobeats. What do you make of all this? What exactly are we selling out there?
Yeah, it's a great question, and the thing don't cost, 1 or 2 over the years. As you well know, Afrobeat is a genre, that the late great Fela Anikulapo Kuti,
That's right.
Created.
That's
right. Even though those that know the history of the music and the Afrobeats, there's also Orlando Julius in that conversation.
Yeah.
When it comes to the origin of Afrobeats. But be that as it may, that's on one side. That's Afrobeat in its pure form.
That's right.
It's an amalgamation of jazz, and African beats,
right.
and from studying jazz and music, especially abroad, coming back home, Fela's sound changed. He was a high life artist at the time. His music was more, high life, which was, of course, your Western African influence, your Ghana, Salo and all of that, creating that sound. And then when it became Afrobeats, we know, that's where the anti-government, the speaking for the people, and all that came into it. That's what Afrobeat represents for us. It's something that we can say is our own. It was born here. We created it.
That's right.
Same thing can go for Juju, even though Juju has elements of, some of the West.
That's
your
right.
Hawaiian guitar, coming in there, and it's all fusion.
That's
know.
right.
So. Then you now come into this new term over the last several years that they say Afrobeats. They put an S, behind it, and I think that it's the world's way. Especially, this originated, I think, sometime in the UK. If I'm not wrong, I think somebody, DJ Abranti, from the UK, Choice FM at the time, was one of those who began calling, music from African descent. Your Ghanaians in the UK, your Nigerians in the UK, and then all the other music that came from this side, they started calling it Afrobeats, and what does Afrobeats mean? What is it exactly? It's not synonymous. It's not akin to Afrobeats in the pure form of Afrobeats. Yeah. Afrobeats is simply a collection of Afro hip-hop, Afro pop, Afro R&B, Afro, whatever it is that's coming from Afro. They term it Afro beats, and that sound is so wide, it's supposed to be very wide, However, you find that is most of the up-tempo pom-pom sound that, originated from Ghana or, all these things that basically African pop music is what we're kind of terming Afro beats. But, the important thing is to realize that there's diversity. There's such a wide variety across the continent. Like you mentioned, Juju, we have Fuji, we have soul, we have R&B, we have African jazz, we have Afro pop, we have Afro hip hop, we have Afro everything, calypso, marimba, we have kwaito, we have. So we can't generalize, this, just as they say world music. If you go to Grammy now, they say world category. What is world category? Are you people not part of the world?
A big question. But could this be because we haven't really pushed? I don't know. We haven't
100%.
defined ourselves.
We're not telling our own story. That's where this conversation is going to. You understand? When your yardstick of success depends on somebody's Grammy award, somebody's charts system, somebody's metrics. That's where our local capacity needs to. That's where our room for growth. There's room for improvement when we start to have those structures in place. Where just as you guys have your logs for music, and we need to be able to have our own original, authentic, indigenous platforms and systems that can help us cultivate and grow this variety.
Fantastic. I mean, you are a creative engine and you still make music, don't you?
Yes, sir.
We know about your new song, which is Jah Guide Me.
It's hitting up everywhere, my brother. I've never felt this kind of love before. It's the number one played song, on Nigerian radio across the country. The love has been immense.
Wow, fantastic. So I know you're listening and saying, well, Collins, would you let us listen to that song? Well, who am I not to? But who am I not to also play the ads? So I'm going to take a break, pick some bills. And when I get back, Darey is still very much in here. It's What's Up Lagos. Don't forget that. If you're calling for a question, you keep it within the ambit of the time given to you. 1 minute is what we say. And make sure you use the password, which is What's Up Lagos. You've got to scream. It's very necessary to say echo for show.
What's up, Lagos?
Yeah, that was from Darey himself, guys. Don't miss out on any moment when we get back right after the break.
Hey guys, it's your Deals Plug, and as usual, per month to catch all the live action from the FA Community Shield this weekend and more in September.
That has been a paid announcement.
Welcome back. Lagos, Nigeria. We are live. In case you are wondering, we have Darey with us in the studio. I had to get that corrected.
I'm right here.
Absolutely. So we had a conversation earlier. We talked about the music industry. I'm sure if we stay here all day, we can talk about the creative space. He certainly has got a lot to tell us. But he's got a new song that's out, and that has been rocking the airwaves. And if you have not listened to it, I don't know where you've been, but let me just afford you the opportunity to have a feel of what it sounds
Real
like.
quick.
And just before we get into the plans from this gentleman and see how much you will drop for me before he leaves.
I ain't gone over, I ain't gone on. I must fulfill my destiny. In all my gettings, I go get money. I see the blessings for me now, so let the blood cover me, let it cover me. Jah protect me from my enemy. My Jackie, I want to cover me, oh. I want to see another day, so them fit know, them fit know, them fit know I serve a living God. Those situations get tougher and harder. I believe in the one and only Son, so them fit know, them fit know, them fit know I serve a living God. Those situations get tougher and harder. I believe in the one and only Son, Momari Batishe. Oh, Batishe. La, la, la. Economy, Ajekuta matumomile. In the midst of all this, I go find my way. Even in the darkness, my hustle go pay. Obi-Wanile, Ebi-Wanile. I no go like Bukata Kwanile. Majaki, I want Takoba me, oh. I want to see another day. So them fit know, them fit know, them fit know I serve a living God. Those situations get tougher and harder. I believe in the one and only Son, Momari Batishe. Oh, Batishe. La, la, la. So them fit know, them fit know, them fit know I serve a living God.
Jah guide me.
Those situations get tougher and
Jah
harder.
guide.
I believe in the one
Brand new
and
song
only
by Darey. Well, I say brand new. It sounded like it was yesterday. This has been on for a while, right?
Just a couple of weeks,
couple
2 or
of
3
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, we released this on the 14th of August, and we're still in August.
That's right. That's right. So I really want to know what the plan is with this song, because it was like Darey was busy making money, and then you know what?
No, but Darey was busy expanding, was busy growing
That didn't come out well.
the agency, making money.
But at least that wasn't a bad.
It's a nice prayer. That's what Jah guide me is all about, Jah guide me, in all my gettings I go get money, I see the blessings coming out, so let the blood cover me, let it cover me. Jah protect me from my enemies,
Hallelujah.
Majaki, I want to cover me. You understand? It's very important that we remember to pray. You understand? Whether you are religious, you are not religious, prayer is very important to guide, because in this COVID situation and even in the upcoming, economic downturn that we're going into our second recession in 5 years.
Wow.
Thereabouts. So
right.
we need to brace ourselves, because it's only Jah that can guide us.
That's very true. So Darey, I need to know what the plans are. Right after this shot, where I have the lady in the studio. I know you'd be scared, like, is that no? Just saying. But she's here to give us an update of what the news has got. She's got the headlines. Her name is Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello, Collins.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Great.
thank
So
you.
what's the update right now? It's 11 o'clock.
It is. Okay, so the federal government has approved the appointment of 8 new firms to carry out a forensic audit of the NDDC. The government has also approved the 10 billion naira survival fund for transport workers and operators. Nigerians who are classified as poor will be exempt from the recently approved increase in electricity tariff. Also, the country has reported its lowest daily increase in COVID-19 cases in 4 months. Outside Nigeria, a New Zealand court has sentenced a man who shot 51 people dead at 2 mosques to life in prison without parole. And Jeff Bezos has become the first man to be worth $200 billion. In sports, the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja has been handed over to a private company that will rehabilitate the pitch. Finally, Chelsea have signed England left back Ben Chilwell from Leicester on a 5-year deal for £45 million. That's it on the news.
Thank you, Yvonne, for that update.
Welcome.
She comes through all the time. She's
That's
going to be
right.
here at 12 again. She keeps bringing her face to the studio.
Does she have Jeff Bezos' number?
Well, because that guy is... she won't be here, she had. She won't read which news. She won't read which news. She won't
Resignation.
Anyways, I mean, the tech space is really big these days, and you cannot but just play in that space. And
Yeah.
but Darey, what's the plan for you, Darey? You certainly are expanding and are getting more things done and all that. Specifically, what's the plan for you for your business, your music, and also what plans do you have for the young guys out there? Baba?
Yeah.
People will be saying right now they don't even know the direction, because as it stands right now, the COVID-19 has dealt us a blow,
Well, it
and
has.
we have to agree, especially the creative space.
It
Imagine how many people are suffering right now because of that. So your plans regarding your business and your music, and if you have any plans for to empower the young talents, we'd
Yeah,
like to know.
I mean, first off, this Jagged Me is the first single, from my forthcoming body of work, which by God's grace, next month,
Okay.
around this time, thereabouts, we should be dropping, some extra songs as well.
Okay.
Before that, there might be a second single as well.
Okay.
My plan is to continue to push the music. Right now this song is charting, around the globe, and doing pretty well. Getting a lot of attention and all that, and people are just it resonates with a lot of people.
Yes.
I'll continue doing the work that I do as far as Live Sport 360, and then over the years, I've always inspired or motivated or tried to mentor people on a one-on-one basis. Is something that I'm continuing, to do through a couple of my foundations. It's stuff that comes naturally for me. I've recently visited a dance academy, to inspire the children and encourage them. I'll be sharing some of those, some of that news on my social media platforms. And generally, we continue to see how we can encourage and support government, socially, and to see how we can let them know, the opportunities that abound, with the youth, and we keep advocating, for people to adopt creativity, as opposed to violence, pick up a music instrument, rather than, a weapon.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wow.
so...
I mean, that's quite inspiring. Guys, you certainly know him too well. For those who have been calling to talk to him, let me see who I'll give an opportunity to speak to Darey as we let him go in a moment. Hey, what's up, Lagos? Oh, yeah, the sound I don't like. Not again. Hey.
What's up, Lagos?
Yes. What's up? How you doing? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Victoria Barriga.
Hey, Victoria. How's Bariga this morning? That's a lovely this food.
Good, cool, great.
Great. So
Excellent.
Bariga.
Darey is here listening to you. Do you have a question or comment?
I have a comment.
All right, I'm listening.
Yes, I want to encourage him to keep up the good work.
Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
He's been in the industry for some time now. I've known him for some years, and his music is really interesting. He's doing good, so keep up the good work.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
your elbow.
Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Darey.
I went to school in Bariga.
Are you serious? We'll be there if I slap you. If I light you there. Behave yourself. Anyway, turn down the volume on your radio. Who goes there?
People still like to hear themselves.
What's up? Oh, who's on the line?
It's Rachel.
Hey, Rachel, how are you today?
Fine.
Great. Rachel, Darey is here.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi,
Okay.
Rachel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from K2.
Ketu Alakpere or which Ketu?
Alapere.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I mean, you just called to say hi. And
Yeah, she just wanted to hear her voice on the radio.
absolutely. That
God
sounds
bless her.
When last did you present a radio show?
I don't remember. I've just been on radio as guests recently, and it just makes me feel like, oh, what's going on? You missed this. This is your thing, man.
Darey, what if you did the next 5 minutes the way you want? The next 10 minutes, how you want to do it? Just host Lagos.
How I want to do it? Okay, I could host Lagos. We could talk about all sorts of things right now. This is Nigeria Info, 99.3, taking over your news, talk, and sports. Yes, sir. This is Darey. In case you don't know, I'm your on-air personality for the day for the next couple of minutes. It's like he wants me to talk for 10 minutes, which is not very difficult at all because top of mind right now, we could talk about Messi and how he's going to be playing with Arsenal. Some people don't shout for this. Hey, not lie for them. Messi is going to Manchester City. Well, who knows? According to Sky Sports, we do not know exactly when Messi is intended to go, but we have seen different movie flicks in terms of trailers of people flying private jets all the way to Barcelona to go and look for Messi and find his signature. Meanwhile, we hear that there's an MLS clause somewhere in there that may see Messi playing in the Americas. Whether Messi is going to go to America and face Donald Trump's US of A is left to be seen. We can continue for as long as you want, my brother. No shaking. It's still the body.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, once a broadcaster, always a broadcaster.
Always. It doesn't go anywhere.
That felt like every day, but I mean, he's moved on to other things, guys. So don't expect that you find him to come back. But do you have plans to maybe just have something syndicated on radio? I mean,
why not? I'll start with that.
You can't be, depriving
can't have
people
all that. Yeah, I'll start with that. That's really actually the plan. A couple of podcasts. I want to start a show, so to speak. I'll use all my social media and let people know. Because I want to touch on important topics as well. This body of work that's upcoming is also a way to encourage people to find their way home. And when you're finding your way home, either as an African in diaspora or an African who thinks he's white and Western, who doesn't know that Africa is the cradle of civilization and where life began, you understand? When we say come back home, you need music to guide you. The kind of songs. When you're going back home, every day from work, you're going back home, you see some landmarks, right? There are some things you see or feel or hear that make you know that now my house is at the go. So you understand? This is my way home.
Absolutely.
That's what my music is going to be like. Your African rhythm, your beats, the topic and subjects that the themes that the music touches on. That's what this body of work is going to be about.
So great. When are we looking at? Did you even mention when we're going to drop this album, Body of Work?
Yeah, Body of Work drops next month. Sometime in September, but before that, maybe we'll drop another single. On the album, I've got Tenny. I featured Tenny on the album. I also featured Patu Rankin. Big shout out to Fields. He produced Jah Guide Me and literally the entire album. Really makula. And I've been working a lot with Mex. Shout out to Mex as well, who directed Jah Guide Me, the music video. So, plenty stuff. I've been working hard.
Fantastic. He's certainly been working hard, and we can only wish you the very best in your endeavors and look forward to the body of work. And just like you said, let it guide us home.
Yes, sir.
And indeed, guys, Darey cannot stay here for this long, just like that. I'm thinking of, should I let him do a giveaway? Should I talk to him later? Because I don't know. Darey, I mean, your story, we just talked a bit about your story on radio, how you all started here in 1999.
Yeah. I did 5 years here, working on Cool FM, traveling to Abuja and other parts of the country to help set up, training and, setting up all the other stations. So this is home for me, before Nigeria Info was born, we were there. Before Wazobia was born, we were there, So it's nice to see how far you guys have, also come, and big up and maximum respect to everybody.
Absolutely, Darey. Well, for those who do not know how to find him on social media, he's going to tell you.
Darey Now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Triller, everywhere. Darey Now. My YouTube is Darey. And on Facebook, I'm also Darey Now. So, check out my brand new music. I have a docu-series coming up that, I'm telling everybody about my life, so you can find out if you don't know Darey, or you thought you knew Darey, you're going to find out a lot more, especially going into the future.
Find out about the man, the myth, the man you thought you knew.
I'm not the man you used to know.
Absolutely, Darey. So we're going to do the signature WhatsApp Lagos sign out as we let you go.
Yeah, count us down.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
ready.
Yeah, but before we let that happen, Darey, is a fact that there are a lot of people right now who probably, a lot of people are going to poverty. A lot of people are getting poor about the day. And a lot of people are faced with a lot of challenges that have been occasioned by the COVID-19 situation.
Yep.
So a word of encouragement to someone out there.
Man, you know, if you listen to this song, Jah Guide Me, I am you. You know, I'm you because we are all going through this tough time. You know, we know how we've had to let people go. You know, because you can't pay the salaries because there's no income, there's no shows, there's no events. You know, and things like that. And then for the average guy on the street who had nothing before COVID, you know, and is now at a negative, you have to look up. You understand? Let God guide. You know, and to everybody out there who has neighbors, you know, we see people every day, day in, day out. Let's remember to be human. Let's reach out and touch. Let's help someone. Let's give them some food. Let's give them some money. Anything that we can do to encourage and uplift. You know, let's not be quick to tear people down, bring them down, you know, hate on them for no reason. Let's just spread love, you know, and hopefully we can get through this pandemic and beyond together.
That's it from Darey. So we do the What's Up Lagos and let Jah guide us as we move, shall we? What's Up Lagos?
I must fulfill my destiny. In all my gettings, I go get money. I see the blessings for me now, so let the blood cover me, let it cover me. Jah protect me from my enemies. My Jackie, I want to cover me, oh. I want to see another day, so them fit know.